Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Who Got the Boots? Yours truly, the original Polo G. And today we're featuring a very interesting boot. By the way, don't forget to share, follow, and subscribe on this page. Now let's get into it. Now, years ago, if you're a polo head, you definitely knew about the Ranger boots. We call them cookie boots because on the streets they were cookie boots, but we're not even going to get into details of why they were called cookie boots because that's not what we're here for to promote. But back to the boot features. So this was a boot that was actually featured by Polo, and if you're a low head or if you're a polo collector, you know about the Ranger boots. They came in very different styles and variations. When they first came out, I believe they were all, they didn't have the pony stamp on the side. They actually had it where it featured in full detail Polo Country Dry Goods. And that told you that this was like some real good quality. Then after the years passed, Polo reintroduced the boots, Rangers, but without the stamp, only with the pony stamp on the side, and kind of took a break from making the dry country Ranger boots. Now, that wasn't my concern of the quality. Now, recently, in a few years that passed, Polo reintroduced the dry good Polo Country boots, Rangers. Now, to me, Rangers are boots that have the strap on the front. I know there's many different styles that Polo released calling Rangers. I don't go for that. I'm into the old school. I'm into the originals. If you had a Ranger boot, it had to have the strap on the front. Let me show you. Okay, now this is a dry country polo boot, not regular Polo Rangers. There's a big difference because over here you have the stitching. You have a distinctive stitching on the top. This is actually the tumble leather brown version. Inside is maybe like a soft velour lining. Cowhide on the top. Inside lining. Most Rangers had the Polo on the back logo. And then here is the stamp pony. Now again, when they first came out, they didn't have the pony on the stamp. It had a square label, and I'll show you how it looked like in a minute, just to give you an idea what they looked like before. But again, as the years passed, the quality did drop. So you're not the only one questioning about the quality. Yes, the quality was not the same. How you know is because of the bottom. Now on the bottom, the early editions did not have the stitch in outsoles. They were glued. So what do you expect? If they're glued, they're gonna fall out. For example, I had a pair, maybe worn it maybe like once or twice. The third time when I wore it, the bottom fell out. Yes, very embarrassing. But again, I should have known better because again, the quality was not the same. It was a good looking boot, but it wasn't Polo Dry Country Ranger boots. It was just Polo Rangers. These are much better in comfort too. The old school Ranger boots were never comfortable. I don't care what anyone tells me. If you really wore these boots in the streets of New York, you had to been screaming inside. It wasn't comfortable. It looked good, but it was not comfortable. When these first came out, I definitely had to try them out first before I made the purchase. These are much more comfortable. I wore these for maybe to 7 hours in one day. And my feet were not crying. So Polo, I guess they realized the quality was not there and they brought back the boots. So this is what we have here is the brown tumble leather, the strap, of course. That is what I call this the signature strap, the strap. If it doesn't have the strap on the front, this not Rangers. Rangers always had the signature strap, as you can see here. Okay? And it also had Polo over here detailed. This one has the pony on the front. Okay? It's got the pony stamp on the front on the tongue. The bottom is not removable, but that's okay. It's comfortable. You can tell by just the way it feels. It's very comfortable. So yes, this is a thumbs up hit from Polo. Ralph Lauren, I guess you listened to us and you realize we're not just gonna buy boots without the quality. They all gotta be together. Okay, so let me put them together and show you how they look. Again, these are the revised Polo. Matter of fact, I'm going to read to you right now. These are the authentic dry goods Polo Country Ralph Lauren Ranger boots. Voila. There it is right there. Okay? And the bottoms are stitched. There's a stamp right there. It tells you right there also about the dry goods. Okay? Earlier versions only had Polo Ralph Lauren. They didn't have the dry goods stamp. Because again, it's another factory that Polo went back and made the reintroduction of the Rangers, and they realized the quality had to be met. Now, after buying the brown, I bought me a pair of black. Can't go wrong again. Browns go with just about everything. Black goes with just about everything too. Again, this has the pony stamped on the front. Now, if it's all black, you probably can't see it, but yes, the stamp is there. Okay, also on the bottom, there's stitch. Okay, these are stitched in outer sole, not glued. Also on the top, you see the stitching. This is a distinctive way of knowing that you have the dry goods. And also the stamp too. It's got to be there too. Same thing, strap on the front, polo on the strap, buckle over here, and it has the signature pony on the side. It would have been nice if it had the square one that had the dry goods, but that's cool. I'm about quality. I'm about comfort. This was a good one. Now, I got a bonus to show you. This is the classic dry goods Polo Country boot. When they came out, they sold out quickly, and then they brought them back again. So this actually was made in different other styles in this colorway, which I'm about to introduce, which is called the camouflage. The camouflage was introduced many different times through Polo. But I think this is actually the winning design. Here it is. Okay? Now, how do I think this is the winning design? It's because of the features. You got the suede on the front. You got the gum bottom. Makes it a distinctive boot. Gives it that class. You got the lacing. You got the logo. You got the buckles, suede. You got the stamp on the side. You got on the back too, suede and with the Polo logo, as most Rangers do. You see? Also suede strip from the top to the bottom. And then you have the canvas with the camouflage design. Now, that's the only part that's not leather. But why even bother? The inside is all leather cowhide lining from the sole to the side. All inside is cowhide. Again, quality. Comfort is there. Look at this boot. Just look at it. Look how good it looks. This goes with just about any outfit that you want to complement camouflage with. Even now what I got on. Look at this. It's a no-brainer. And again, on the bottom, take a good look at it. It says authentic dry goods polo country. Okay? That's how you know you got quality. Look at that stitching. Look at that stitching. Stitching all the way here. It's all stitch, 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 stitch all the way here. So I know, and I've worn this about a couple of times. The sole didn't pop out, didn't roll out. No, I know it's gonna stay there for a couple of years. And again, you know, knowing it's suede, I'm not gonna wear it a lot because I know with suede you always got to keep them clean. But look at this. Let me put them together again. Give you an idea of what we're talking about. Look at this. Polo Rangers. Look at that. Do a little turnaround. Okay, look at this right here. I'm telling you, this sole, this color sole just brings it out. Again, many other versions were made by Polo the years before. They had some that looked like hiking boots from Timberland. Not. Then they had one that was a Polo Sport. That's a hard to find one. It wasn't bad. It also had the orange or the gum bottoms. But that's a hard to find Polo Sport boot. And I'll also show you a picture of it too as well. These boots are stylish. Just like when Polo introduced them, everyone knew that these boots would never go out of style. This is what, 2026, and the Ranger boots are still talked about. Many people that collect polos have at least one pair in the closet, at least one pair. I've had many pairs, but today I'm not showing you all my old Polo boots. Today I'm just talking about how good and how better the Polo Ranger boots became. So, in the past, when they first came out, high quality. In the middle, quality drop. Now, presently, the boots have brought back the quality. It's got the stitching. It's got the look. It's got the comfort. So, as for comfort, out of a 10, I give it about a 9. Only because the sole cannot be removed. As for the stitching on the outsole, it's a 10. In the past, 5 and below. Or even lower than that. As for the quality has really picked up. Now, I'm hoping that Polo can bring out more colorways because the brown and the black pebble have been in circulation for about maybe the past 4 to 5 years. And I know as many other low heads, we're waiting for another colorway. So when they came out with the camouflage, that was a win. But now, I asked a question to Ralph Lauren. When are you going to bring out more colorways? And if you do bring any colorways out, please make them in the Polo Dry Country Goods edition. I don't want to see any Polo Ranger boots. I want to see Polo Dry Country, Dry Goods, Polo Ranger boots. I know I've said it in many different variations, but it's got to have the dry goods in it. It's got to have authentic. It's got to have Polo Country. All have to be mentioned if you reintroduce these other colorways because these boots now have the comfort, have the stitching, have the quality that many low heads have been asking for. And that's why I had to make this video, because I thought it was about time to reintroduce these boots. So again, closing out this whole video review, we're going to go back to the brown, the black, like the good and the bad and the ugly, and then we got the ranges. As you can see, yeah, I really like them more than anything. But you can't go wrong again with all black. And you definitely can't go wrong with all brown. So there you go. 3 great colorways that can be worn in many different variations. Quality, thumbs up. Outsole, thumbs up. Comfort, thumbs up. Another win again for Polo Ralph Lauren. So all I ask is bring more in different colorways in the same quality. Signing off is your boy, the original Polo G. Don't forget to share, follow, and subscribe this page. And again, thanks again for tuning in to another edition of Who Got the Boots?